And I'm ready, and Paul's ready, and we're here to give you the halftime show you've been waiting for. That is at Week's End. This is the annual show, at least the annual episode, where we counter program the Super Bowl. Let's see how this goes. What's going on, Paul?
We need Samuel L. Jackson to give us an intro.
Yeah, Uncle Samuel L. Jackson.
Exactly.
That's awesome. You know what's so crazy about counter programming the Super Bowl, especially tonight? There's actually so much to talk and cover.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that people get an opportunity to at least catch the rewind. Some good, bad, and ugly to cover tonight, and we're going to get into that as some of MegaCon as well. Stuff's happening while this is happening, so I'm keeping an eye on the news as it comes in, kind of thing, and a little bit here and there, but. Don't forget to check the description of all the videos. You find fantastic resources to this amazing hobby, including Big Time Collectibles, who just wrapped up their Tour Day MegaCon. They were down in Florida, down there with Paul, enjoying one of the biggest conventions of the year. They had a lot of cool stuff there. So anything that didn't sell there will be made available on their website in the coming days. So keep an eye out on that. And if you need anything cleaned or pressed, be sure to check out Justin's Comics over on Instagram. Let him know you found him via the channel. If you don't have a way to reach out to him and you on Instagram and you're trying to get a hold of him, feel free to reach out to me. I can get you alternate ways to get a hold of him, but he can get things clean, pressed, submitted to the grading services, get you all taken care of. And don't forget that ABX Comics and Games, the community's comic shop. If you don't have a local comic shop to pick up books and are looking to set up a monthly pull box or pick up comics along the way that you don't want to miss out on, be sure to check out the link to ABX's Facebook group. They can set you up so you never miss out on any of the new releases. There you go. How's everyone doing tonight? How are you?
I am good.
What a surprising first half. First half. I want to jump the chat real quick. Here we go. Go Birds. Go Birds.
Right.
No, to catch everyone up, I don't care about football, but it's always fun to pick a team to root for. I've said it before, I'm a diehard It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fan. So in the event of the Eagles playing, I'm pulling for the Eagles. They're green. It's Always Sunny. And Jersey Boy here is a diehard Eagles fan. So whenever...
Yes.
I see Durs drop anything, I always hit him with the Go Birds.
And may I add that after the game, please pray for Philadelphia.
Yeah, whether they win or lose. It's the only American sporting team with hooligans. And they only know one way to celebrate and one way to be sad, and that's by flipping cars
and burning
in the middle of downtown. That's all they can do. I think some fires are going to be lit.
Yeah.
Just, downtown Philly is not going to be safe. Unless you're like a 20 to 25-year-old gladiator-trained individual. But good luck to everybody who's there. Halftime show's going right now. Kendrick Lamar's performing. Saw the first couple of seconds of it. Seemed fine. We don't have, what was it, a couple of years ago where, how was it? Who was it? I mean, they had all like the rappers from like the late 90s, early 2000s together, and 50 Cent just pops out of the stage hanging upside down. You go the club. Like, dude, has he been stuffed in there this whole time just to pop down like that? Always fun.
All the blood's got to be in his head by now.
Yeah, it was wild. Dr. Dre was there, Snoop Dogg. That was the last time I was like really, I don't want to say invested, but really interested in seeing the Super Bowl halftime show. It's still always interesting to see what kind of show they put together. It is a large scale production.
Mm-hmm.
It's always pretty impressive. It's like marching band on crack.
Yeah, although usually it's put on by Pepsi, but this year I saw it was put on by Applebee's, which is kind of odd.
Your neighborhood's bar and grill.
Yeah, I mean, they can't make $2. They can't give me $2 off a burger, but they can make Henrik Lamar $1 million.
Hey, Kyle. No, watch this, Kyle. Is Applebee's a Coke or Pepsi establishment? Pepsi establishment.
There you go.
So they had to team up with Applebee's. It sounds like. I was not feeling the halftime show. Well, I was just talking about when 50 Cent popped up out of that stage a couple of years ago. I think he almost dehydrated and died waiting for his cue. But yeah, big shout out to Las Cruces. What's going on? How are you doing, homie? White Tiger Triple C. Ruby G. I did a big shout out and a big push to try to get some attention towards your baby registry. Huge congrats to Ruben. Him and his wife Casey are having a baby. And if you check Ruben's Instagram in his bio, you can click that and you can show this guy some love. He's a huge supporter of this whole community. He's always passing out AOKs, doing fantastic little sales. Here's some of his his art. He does
Mm-hmm.
commissions. I've got some covers of his. He's always donating his time to support the community and his talent to share with the community. So go check out his Instagram. Hit that baby registry. You don't have to be rich to help out. There's stuff on there for a couple of dollars and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But huge congrats for him. I'm super excited for them. It's their first kid. So
Nice.
his life's about to change. There's always going to be your life before this moment and your life
Right.
after this moment, which will be the rest of your life. So
Mm-hmm.
very excited for you, man. ABX Comics and Games in the building. What is going on, Paul? Hello from the land of Legion. Hello to you. We got the adventurous one. I
Mm-hmm.
quit. Super Bowl just plain sucked. The Chiefs alone are sucking. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Go Birds. I started watching with my mom. We're eating some chicken wings, watching some Food Bowl, and she said, because she doesn't keep up with sports, but she said that in her words, the TV said that the Chiefs are favored to win it. And I told her, yeah, I think by a long shot. And then it's gone the complete other way so far. This has been
Mm-hmm.
joy watching all these interceptions. Yeah, I'm enjoying it too. I'm
Mm-hmm.
enjoying it too. Bird game. Yes, sir. He said, good, Joseph. Okay, bye. Caw-caw. I read that. That's how I'm going to read those emojis.
Right.
What's going on, Pop Pop? Brother John is in the building. What's good? What's good? Kev, how are you doing? What is going on? I got 50 Go Birds rocking the jersey through the airport today. Let's
Nice.
go. Yes. Eagles 31-27. I got that from a reliable source. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's a close game right there. You think
It is.
that the Chiefs are going to pull up in the halftime, after halftime?
They're gonna do much better in the second half, I'm sure. So
You're pretty confident, huh?
yeah, I
Kev
mean they're
says
the
since
Chiefs.
2020, Jay-Z's Rock Nation has been in charge of the halftime show. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think they've been in charge, but I thought that Pepsi still sponsored it, but Rock Nation kind of puts it together.
Gotcha. There's a whole basketball court out there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are street lights. They really transformed this field for this.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty wild. I remember the halftime show where something else popped out. Yeah, you're talking about the titty.
Yeah, Janet
Yeah,
Jackson and
yeah,
Justin Timberlake. That's where the term wardrobe malfunction came from.
yeah. Hell yeah, go Janet. Yeah, that's right. That's right. What's going on, Kenny B? Good to see you in here. Hello to you. Hope you're having a good weekend, my friend. Warlord, what's up, homie? How are you, James? Good to see you. Hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing good. I appreciate it. We're bouncing between like 12 to 15 viewers, which is blowing my mind. Paul and I were talking before the stream. I was expecting 3 to 5. If we hit 7, I would be extremely happy. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff to get into tonight. It's been a massive week for trailer drops, and obviously while the Super Bowl is going on, more stuff is coming out. I haven't tuned into the Puppy Bowl, surprisingly. I've only seen that Nathan Fillion Green Lantern
Mm-hmm.
spot that popped up, and yeah, but there was a new poster that dropped spotlighting crypto. So we got a nice little crypto poster. He seems to be the fan favorite since that Superman trailer dropped. So no surprise there. I'm wondering if that hype will be able to ride all the way to the movie, or if this crypto train is going to be short lived. Do you think this dog can really pull in that many fans?
The crypto thing alone.
Yeah, because you saw the wave of people's reactions to the
Yeah.
trailer. It was easily like honestly, it was like 70% crypto hype.
Yeah. Do I think it'll pull in? I don't think it'll pull in any extra people. I'm like, I don't think necessarily. If he talked, it might.
Never say never.
But yeah, I'm not sure I'll necessarily pull in extra people.
Yeah, I wonder if everyone's still going to be just as excited for crypto by the time we get to it as they were when it first dropped. Yeah, the sponsors pay for it. John's Comics with Kids, what's going on, homie? Hope you're doing good. Good to see you. It was fun having the stream over there this morning. I always enjoy John's morning streams on the weekend. It was on Sunday today instead of Saturday. Cryptocurrency. Are they frantically filming new crypto scenes? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Watching the new Thunderbolts trailer, Sentry is going to be a beast. Yeah, and we're going to get into that. So, talking about new trailers. So, I sat down. Monkey came and sat down at the computer while I was looking at this.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at this, and she goes, "Who's that?" I said, "That's Green Lantern." And you know what she said?
What? No, it's not.
No, it's not. I said, "No, that's Green Lantern." She goes, "No, it's not." I said, "Look at his shoulders." She goes, huh? No, that's not. He doesn't have a ring. She was looking for excuses to justify that that's not Green Lantern. Coming
Mm-hmm.
from a kid who can spot Green Lantern out of a lineup any day of the week, Kyle Rayner, John
Mm-hmm.
Stewart, Hal Jordan, even Alan. She's got all those on lock. If I showed her a comic book Guy Gardner, she'd be like, "That's Green Lantern." Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's that much Green Lantern in my house. Monkey has McFarlane Green Lantern toys in her toy box, and so does Finn.
Mm-hmm.
But she saw this and she did not recognize this as Green Lantern. That alone for me squashed it. Squashed it. This does not look like it was pulled from the comics.
Mm-hmm.
It, in my opinion, it doesn't even look good. I get the suit.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Terrifics. They're all wearing versions of Mr. Terrific's outfit, kind of color scheme for them. But we had this. It was just like a little 10-second spot. It was like a little 10-second spot. Where we get Guy Gardner just kind of liking his hair and the only bowl I need. They're still pushing this like it's some kind of fantastic bowl cut out of the comics. It's not. It looks like to me, it looks like they started to try to and gave up on it
Mm-hmm.
somewhere along the way. But man, what is that? What is everyone else's thoughts on this? Someone in the comment drop. What are y'all thinking, Paul? What did you think? You're the Green Lantern guy of our part of the community. What was
Yeah,
your thoughts on this?
obviously knowing. I mean, it's a little bit different when you know who the Terrifics are and you know all those other things. You know, you can see beyond. You know, um, but if you're trying to get new people, you, the characters should be instantly recognizable. It's not to me that is not a proper bowl cut. Um, you know, if they wanted to do the proper bowl cut, then that would be good. But he also has. There have been times where he didn't have the bowl cut too. So yeah,
Yeah, he
it's
didn't. He didn't start with the bowl cut, and he
right.
hasn't had it for a good long while. But I
Yeah,
get wanting to do
I
the
feel like
bowl
he's just
cut
gonna be the. I feel like he's just gonna be the comic relief in the movie.
with that face. That's the only choice he's got. Let's check the chat, see if anyone's weighing in on this. Watch Thunderbolts trailer. We're going to get into that. What is going on, Shop for Comics? Dude, fantastic pictures and footage from MegaCon. We'll be talking MegaCon here in a little bit because Paul did get to attend and he's got some stories for us. What is up, Esteban? I came in just in time. Yes, you did. It looks like Stewie from Mad TV. Yes. Yes. Look what I can do. Stitch taking over the Super Bowl was good. I saw that at the intro. That was hilarious.
Mhm.
Did you see that with him
I did
running
not.
around on the field trying with like an empty garbage can trying to catch Stitch from Lilo and Stitch?
I did not.
Ultimately catching him, and they looked under the garbage can and there's like a hole in the field, and then Stitch comes driving by on the golf cart laughing, not even looking, and he hit the goal post and flew off and just stood up and cheered. It was really cool. It was like real humans running around in the CGI Stitch. It looked great. We saw the little teaser trailer for Lilo and Stitch, the live action before some kids movie, Moana, and it looked really good. Just like my 17-year-old niece knew that wasn't Madam Web when she seen that movie. Yeah. 100%, Scotty. It's a poor imitation of the comic book version. Yeah, I think so too. That's Stewie. My thought is you are way too hung up on the hair. Also, the average viewer is not as knowledgeable or as wise as Monkey. That's really a fair comparison.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. They're really not. But yeah, I don't think it's not just the hair. It's like a total package. The hair is what I think. Like my pointing out of it is from the response of it. Is like I talked about it previously a few weeks back when everyone was sharing side by side photos of like the Justice League International cover with him on it and Nathan Fillion from the trailer with him on it. They're like page to screen, and I'm like, that's not the same. I had highlight magazines growing up, and they had those little games for kids where it's like circle the differences in these pictures, and if I did that with that, it's just you just circle the whole head. Like it's like they started to do the bowl cut and they didn't. I think my frustration is just I'm just watching people say stupid stuff, and I'm like that's not the case. It's just like Guy Gardner from Wish.com. What's tragic is that Nathan Fillion has wanted to play Green Lantern for ages, and James Gunn does this to him. Yeah, he was Green Lantern for us
He was
for a
the
long
voice
time.
for a long time in the DC animated universe.
Yeah, absolutely. Have the UFO drones invaded the stadium yet? No, we're all hanging in there, crossing our fingers. We're hoping. But yeah, this is wild. I put up a couple of posts. I did a short. Ultimately, no matter what he looks like, it won't matter come time for the
Right.
movie. Let's see how the performance is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how the script is. It's perfectly fine to be critical of any of this stuff, but always give it a fair chance. Like what we see, these little ads. This is the TV spot. This isn't even film footage and stuff. Let's see him in the movie being a total jerk, being a goober, and watch him have that redemption moment that we all walk out saying, "Yo, that guy was awesome," and then we cry when they kill him in Lantern's TV show. So let's hope that he gets us that invested. Yeah, it does. Knowledgeable or wise as monkey. Yo, yeah, she knows a lot for a 5-year-old. Yo, I used to pride myself on that as a kid. A Floby haircut. That was that vacuum thing, wasn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Timu Lantern. Thanks, Timu. Mark will have this hair by August. T-Dubs, I will send you pictures, and you can feel free to do whatever you want with them. Postman, I don't care. I wore that haircut as a kid. I had this skateboard cut where it was like, it had the definitive swap up in lengths, and it kind of cut back toward the back. Absolutely wore that haircut as a kid. Might not look the whole way throughout the movie.
It's true.
Yeah, doesn't have to. If they turn their back on their benefactor and go solo and go rock side by side with Superman for the big finale, they might be wearing their own suits possibly. Because assuming that they're this team of superheroes all wearing matching suits, they didn't start that way. They had to be recruited for the team at some point, so they had to wear something before they got there, right?
You would think.
So maybe. So people are going to say stupid stuff. That's super weird. Yeah. Yeah, Finn's got the head for it. I had the skater cut with the hair and one eye. Rocking the flock of seagulls look. I'm surprised I had any depth perception. That's funny. And here's the comparison that DC Direct verified account shared this and said from page to screen. Does this look similar to anybody?
You know what? When you first look at it, it almost kind of looks like he's rocking a monk's cut on the right hand on the left hand side.
It does.
He almost looks like he's bald at the top there.
Yeah, I guess that's my thing. I pick little things in life to get me worked up. I'm not going to lose sleep over it, but it's fun to get worked up over stuff. And I've chosen this to be worked up over because there's nothing about these two images that look similar, from the outfits, the symbols, the colors, the haircut, the turtleneck, the collar. Nothing about these two images let you know that if you took a random from the streets and you had that picture of Guy Gardner over there by Paul, and you started putting up random comic book characters and saying, which one is this? You would get to this picture and they would just still be waiting on you to show the next one to try to guess who Nathan Fillion is playing. But yeah, it's still fun to get worked up about it. I'm going to get worked up. All in all, I'm still excited for Superman. I want to see what's going to happen with this puppy bowl. If we're going to get some more footage, I want to see one of those for Hawk Girl, one of the little TV spots, because James Gunn confirmed today that she'll be having organic wings, which I'm not sure why someone asked him that online. But I saw the trailer. They're definitely feathered wings. But I'd like to get a clear shot of Kendra and everything, and hopefully with the helmet on,
So organic wings means they're part of her? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, because there's like opposed to like metal wings. So they asked if she's gonna have organic wings or metal wings.
But I guess I'm thinking when you say organic, are you thinking that they actually go into her back and she
I
actually?
hope not.
That's what I'm.
Weird.
I mean, that would be a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man moment.
Or what is it? Trade Wind? When that the name of that character?
Dawnstar?
No, Dawnstar is a female. There's that character Trade Wind or something like that. He's the Hawkman of Kingdom Come that first appeared in like the All-Star Squadron or something.
Yeah, I can't.
Dawnstar, I know that's the chick with the angelic wings who can find anybody
from the Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah. But there's somebody like named Tradewind or something like that. I always forget. But it's the actual Hawkman of Kingdom Come is that character. It goes back to the 1980s, I believe. I'm really pulling from the file cabinet in here. I can't necessarily remember. Oh, from Infinity Inc. There we go. The haircut is trash. Copyright DJ Links. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next thing because I could beat a dead horse over that all night long. Big summer this summer for movies. We got our next two trailers. This is what July looks like right now.
Mm-hmm.
We got our new Jurassic World trailer for the brand new start to an all new trilogy, I guess, is what I'm assuming, starring Scarlett Johansson. And then we also got the Fantastic Four First Steps. We already talked Superman, but let's look at some of this Jurassic Park stuff. We got Scarlett Johansson in the trailer, walking around looking Scarlett Johansson-y. We have the Mashallah Ali is going to be in there as well. But more importantly, we're getting some of the brand new dinosaurs across the board. It's supposed to be some of the biggest ones we've seen yet. We got the Titanosaur in the trailer, and they're even bringing in this island that they're going to is like the island of misfit dinosaurs where they're just left behind because they're too troublesome, dangerous, or whatever to even bring to the mainland, including a bunch of Spinosauruses, Mosasauruses there. When I saw this footage, I freaked out. Like multiple Spinosauruses with a Mosasaurus.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how does that boat even have a chance? What do you think of the trailer? I know you watched it.
I liked it. I mean, even from the opening shot where you saw the banner come down just like it did in the first movie, right? It was great, and they didn't give away too much, but they showed enough I think to get people to go.
Yeah, and they teased like the big bad of this movie, which this island is supposed to be an island full of like genetic freaks. Like some of these ones that we tinkered with, they turned out to be what they were. They're too big, and like the Titanosaur, and we can't move these things, and some of them are too dangerous, and then some are just experiments that they're like, yeah, we shouldn't have done this. Just leave it here and let's not tell anybody. And I've seen some pushback online about that. People are like, I can't believe they're mutated dinosaurs again. I'm like, yo, that's all Jurassic Park has ever been from the first one. They take the dino DNA and they fill in the blanks with other animals to hopefully get close to looking normal dinosaurs.
Right. And it's like every single movie, there's just one more bit of dino DNA out there somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I guess once you clone one, you got it, right?
Yeah.
You just go in and alter what you have. But this is one flipping mosquito caused all this mayhem.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
One flipping mosquito. But they did give us a tease. Let's see. You got a new teaser during the Super Bowl for Jurassic Park with extended scenes of the boat scene. Oh, I'm definitely going to go back and check that out for sure. I think some of those clips might make it into future shows. That would be some cool clips to have. Everyone loves dinosaurs. I know I do. But we got to, and here's some still shots with a little bit of tweaking to the editing to get a better look at it. But, I'm seeing influences from the Queen Alien here. I'm seeing some giant four-legged looking thing, but with little T-Rex arms still in the chest there.
Mm-hmm.
And thinking about it, like this looks like an abomination,
right?
And that doesn't mean
something went wrong there. That's for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say it doesn't mean that this is what they set out to make. In the quest to get your Tyrannosaurus from limited amount of dino DNA, remember they had one freaking mosquito to make the whole menagerie of dinosaurs out of. So they had to take that DNA code and tweak it here and there and see what they got, and tweak it again and see what they got, and tweak it again, and finally we got what we believe is this dinosaur. So to be fair, none of the dinosaurs have to be like I guess correct to the fossil record, being that they don't have true complete DNA to begin with. Every bit of them are shot in the dark.
Yeah, they mentioned Jonathan Bailey mentions the Velociraptors again. We see that, I can't think of the name of them, but the one that has the thing that flashes out on the side.
The Lapidors.
Yeah, exactly. And spits.
Yeah.
So they showed those again.
Yeah, that looked really cool too. It was a great shot with them by the water, and it just at the bottom of the screen just. Yeah, those were always super cool, man. That first movie when it got in the car with him.
Yeah, and he's like, and they thought it was friends. He was like, you're a good dinosaur.
He tried to feed it the candy, didn't work. Yeah, it's wild. Let's see. I'm going to see the trailers when they put them on YouTube. I don't watch the Super Bowl because I don't care about football. Oh, foosball. It's the Lab Island. Yeah. So it's not Isla Sorna or Isla Nublar. So it's the one where they first would crack the codes, then send that clean copy to the island to grow them, and then ship them to the park. Catzilla. No.
There you go.
And that doctor guy said in the last one, you wanted scary monsters. I created them for you. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Primate looking. There are some big ones in there. They definitely snarfle the Garthog. That's a shout out to Coneheads, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You must snarfle the Garthog. There's a freaking Rancor down there. The D-Rex. Yeah, and you want to see the concept design for him? That's what we're looking at as being the big bad. That's freaking awesome to me. Like Jurassic Park is just, we're past the meaning of life. We did that in the first one. Life will find a way and this and that. We haven't done that since then. Now it's one of those you should have left well enough alone and you never do kind of thing. But yeah, I'm excited for this. What is going on, Bleak? What do you think when you see that, Paul?
I first thing one of the things I thought of was what Scotty Z70 said is it kind of looks a little bit like the Rancor from Star Wars.
I think of the Cloverfield monster. You remember that film Cloverfield?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It reminds me a lot of that. But knowing that Garth Edwards is doing this and he's who kicked off the MonsterVerse for us, so I'm like, of course this guy's going to put some kaiju in this.
Speaking of that, did you see Wolfman?
The new one?
Yeah.
I have not, but I've got it. I still have to get it ordered through Groove. I was looking at it last night. They want $39.99 for it on Groove. So I'm going to cross my fingers and hope I can. It hasn't sold out in pre-orders, which means typically it'll make it to the shelf. So I'm going to try to catch that $25, $30 copy off the shelf when it comes out.
I saw it last night, actually.
What's it on?
I started in the movie theaters.
Oh, okay. Was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You leaving?
Yeah.
Make like the baby and head out.
I love you, darling.
Love you.
Hey,
How are you? Good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Have you given up on the game already? You're going home?
That halftime did me in.
Yeah. Really? Because you look like a Kendrick Lamar fan.
She was in there twerking.
Yeah, exactly.
It did me in. Let me tell you.
She was in there screaming mustard.
But it's good to see ya.
You too.
Bye.
Mustard.
Bye.
Mom's in there just holding the chair twerking. I was happy to be here, not there. All right, let's see. Speaking of Highlander, Jurassic Park has done a pretty good job. Speaking as a Highlander, yeah. We'll need Jaegers to fight them eventually. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm waiting for the one Jurassic employee say, maybe we shouldn't be making dinosaurs. They went extinct for a reason. I think we've had a couple of them that tried to say that along the way, right? Or not necessarily direct employees, but the people involved.
Yeah, I mean, what's the guy, the doctor there? I can't think of his. He was in Chaos too. What's the guy, the tall guy?
Yeah, Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum plays Ian Malcolm.
He basically was saying the whole thing, like he's starting from the first movie. It's like, maybe you shouldn't be doing this.
What show did you say he was in?
He was in Chaos.
And do you remember why Ian Malcolm was originally invited to come along to assess Jurassic Park before opening?
Chaos Theory.
Because he specialized in chaos theory. That's right.
Yep.
It has been chaos since. He was right the whole time. But yeah, even in the most recent one, Jurassic World Dominion, at that one, it was and in Fallen Kingdom before that, it was the whole conversation of letting them go extinct. And you had the two camps of the people that said they may have come from wherever, but they're here now. They're living animals. We have to do something. And the other camp saying, yo, this is crazy. Y'all are arguing over trying to keep T-Rexes alive and bring them over here. They should have went extinct. They don't belong. But yeah, let's get some philosophical conversations. I guess they don't lean into them these days because of TikTok brain. It infects the wallets of moviegoers everywhere. You gotta play to the audience, man, and it's unfortunate for certain movies. Could you imagine if you tried to do Jurassic Park Rebirth now and try to make it like you did the first one, with just a lot of dialogue, a lot of people, a lot of sitting, a lot of talking, and people would be like, there are no dinosaurs. Where are the dinosaurs?
First of all, if they did Jurassic Park now, it would be Jurassic Park the musical.
The musical, yeah. Yeah, that's true. It looks like a Temu Godzilla. Yeah. Does the new Wolfman wear green pants?
Yes,
He does?
he does.
What'd you think of the movie?
I liked it. It was definitely different than what you would expect. Um, but it was definitely. I mean, the Universal puts it out, so it's definitely part of the Universal, you know, monsters thing. But
You said outside of it?
no, it was definitely part of it.
Oh,
But
thank God.
it's a different. It was a much different
Mm-hmm.
story for the Wolfman and how he became what he became and everything. And
They pretty much show us in the trailer how it happens,
yeah,
like with the car wreck and
right.
like the one person in the car falls out of it, then
Yep.
he gets scratched, and they get out and run to the cabin, and he
Mhm.
slowly turns, and it
Right.
becomes a like what is it, like a nature versus nurture kind of story where the dad
Exactly.
loves the people he's hunting.
Correct, because he ends up hunting his family,
Yeah.
who were in the. But you find out. I don't want to ruin it for you, but although this is a
I'm
spoiler-filled
definitely
show,
looking forward to seeing it.
although this is a spoiler-filled,
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go for it,
that you find out that the person who originally was the Wolfman
they got him,
that got him
Talbot.
because it ends up being his father,
Oh, what's his last name in the movie?
Lovell.
Oh, they could have at least made it Talbot. Like that, just that little detail, like that really places it
Mm-hmm.
in the Universal.
Right.
It is still a Universal film, right? They didn't license it out or nothing?
Yeah, no, I say from the very beginning. That's how I know because you get the Universal logo that comes at the very beginning of the thing.
Perfect.
It's like,
Hell yeah. Very cool. Malcolm, he was an Independence Day. Yep.
yep.
Went from hating the park to working as a psychologist. Yeah. Maybe the aliens came to wipe out dinosaurs again. Life finds a way. Yeah. We're way past that now. Spared no expense. Oh my God. Why do they always wear green pants? For the contrast, I guess.
Yeah, it may have been just regular jeans to be honest with you, but it was like because it's actually lit very dimly, obviously, because of the type of movie it is.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I pre-ordered Nosferatu, and then Wolfman went on pre-order like the next day or two. I'm like, dude, you can't get hit back to back. Now I did think about looking at it yesterday because I picked up a steelbook while I was at Walmart, and I got really lucky with it. But I picked up Wesley Snipes' Blade in 4K
nice.
steelbook. So I saw it on the shelf. I'm like, nice, $25. That's killer for a steelbook. So I checked eBay. I'm like, if I don't pick this up now, what am I going to end up paying for it later? And it's like anywhere between $40 to $60 depending on the seller. I'm like,
Nice.
Go ahead and grab that. So that was an awesome pickup this weekend. So because of that, when I got home, I thought, man, I need to check on that Wolfman price again, and it was like $40 plus shipping. I'm like,
Right.
got to kind of wait. They're kind of marking up the steelbooks now. Venom 3 was the first one I noticed that they kind of bumped up in price on the pre-order, and that one wasn't even from Groove, just across the board. So you really got to try to catch them on the shelf if you can, but you really never know either which ones are going to sell out at pre-sale. It's super random, and when they sell out, it gets crazy to try to get a copy.
Say they jump up to like $60-$70 on like eBay on the secondhand
Yeah,
market.
Just ask Joe. I missed Dune Part 2 like the week it released, and I went and looked on eBay. It was $60-$70, and Joe kept an eye out for me for months, like just out the corner of his eye when he was on there, and he finally found a listing that was on an auction, and I ended up scoring it for $32. I was super happy about that. Speaking of pre-orders, I got my pre-order to Rom the Space Knight 6-inch Marvel Legend figure on Big Bad Toy Store right before they sold out. Nice. Yeah, Matt, our buddy, Heroes for Hire Comic Club, he's been talking about that a lot, that it even comes with a little mini Rom comic that he's reading on one of the covers. Like an original Rom figure. I would say do it at Joe Fest Pop, but we'll be at Heroes Con during Joe Fest this year. All right, moving right along. Let's see, that was Jurassic Park. That was a big one. The next big one was the Fantastic Four trailer. And they had an interesting kickstart for the trailer. They actually did a little event. Did you catch that?
It was so boring.
Okay, go on.
None of them really looked like they were very happy to be there.
That's why I picked this picture. I didn't get all of them.
Yeah.
I didn't get the host. I just got Vanessa Kirby, who was the only one dressed for the occasion, excited for the occasion, trying to participate, and I think even read the to-do list before going to this event.
Yeah. Pedro Pascal was, he kept on hugging Ben Grimm, and it was like,
Leave the boy alone, Pedro.
yeah. But the other two looked like they'd rather be anywhere else. So did Ben Grimm. It was like,
Yeah, they legitimately looked annoyed to be there. So
right.
what they did was they put up a countdown and they made it look like a rocket launch countdown. They themed it for the movie. It looked like, oh, this is smart marketing. This is fun. This is great. And when the countdown quit, you cut to a studio with a bunch of people from the streets nearby that they said, hey, do you want to be on TV? Come inside and cheer. And they're there and they're all holding matching little things waving in the air and stuff. And there's this lady who's hosting it who missed every single one of her cues along the hosting duties. And it was just fumbling the ball. I don't think they went over any of this beforehand. I felt super bad for her because you could tell she was trying to bring some energy to it.
Right.
And
if you have to ask the people, are you happy to be here? Which she did. This is not going well.
But she calls out the cast. We're about to launch the trailer. Let's get the cast out here. So Reed, Ben, Sue, and Johnny come out, and she asks her first question to the beautiful, amazing Sue Richards here. And she's excited. She goes, yeah, it was fun. It was great working with everyone. We were like a family and da-da-da-da, excited. She goes, and what about you? And Pedro's like, yeah, and yeah. And it just fell apart. Then she couldn't even get them to stand on stage at the right place around the little button push. It was terrible. This is a sign of how they work together. I'm very worried for this movie. But then we get the trailer, and I felt the same way when I saw the chemistry of the characters in the trailer. Granted, it's a short trailer. It's just over a minute, I believe. There's not really any like score to it to set the tone or the feel of the emotion that they're trying to convey in the trailer. So it's really kind of just there. It's kind of just a present trailer. But we get a look at Ben Grimm and Herbie. I think I got a picture though. Yeah, there's Ben, there's Herbie, and looking super cartoony. And someone posted up a picture of Korg from the Thor franchise next to Ben Grimm. And Korg looks like a rock person, like looks really real. And I didn't realize what people were talking about when they were criticizing the CG of Ben, because it just really didn't catch my attention. But there's been a lot of criticism about the CG of this Ben Grimm looking all wonky, which
there's been a lot of comments about the stone eyebrows.
Yeah, and just the way he looks when he moves and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I could completely see what they were talking about once I saw the side by side with another Disney CG rock creation, and it didn't look up to par when they were side by side. We got some cool stuff in there of Johnny flying, which looked like every other Human Torch flying shots, just kind of the camera following him. But the best shot, in my opinion, again, Vanessa Kirby just absolutely crushing it. The suit looks fantastic on her with the white all the way up the neck and everything. And the way that they did her little invisible force field, the look of it, they set it apart from what we've seen previously. Instead of being like this blue see-through thing that you can actually see it, it's just light refracting off of something that's in front of her kind of thing. It looked fantastic. The blue eyes set it off. She looks the part. I think she's going to absolutely crush it. I'm really excited to see her in it.
Why does Reed Richards have a mustache?
I'm not sure. I guess because it's Pedro Pascal.
Right. But it's like, you know what? He doesn't have a mustache.
No.
There was also a scene though where he's writing on the chalkboard,
and
you can kind of see behind him. It looks like a multiverse bridge, so that may be how they end up coming to the current MCU.
I think that's how they got to the world they're on too.
It could be. Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
A theory, I'll say that's online. A theory online is that in the 1960s, in the current MCU, between Cap being frozen and Cap being thawed out, the Richards took off into space, and they got there tinkering with negative zone stuff there. They go into the negative zone, and when they come out of it, they don't come back out in the main MCU world. They come out in the one that they're on.
Okay.
That's why it looks the way it does with the Incredible car.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen is you're going to have a Galactus that's consumed the universe that he's in, and this is going to be one of the last worlds, a hungering Galactus, and Girl Surfer is going to be able to tell that these people are not from here. the conflicted family nature will be the ones that want to stay here on this world that they've made home while they're stuck here, and the ones that want to go home. And Galactus is going to come for this world, but not just for the world, but for the whole multiverse that they're from, kind of thing.
So this is the Crisis on Infinite Earths, and the Marvel, and Galactus is the Anti-Monitor, and the Silver Surfer is Pariah, and
yeah, but I think that they're not even from this world. While I was hoping that Disney wouldn't be a bag of idiots and give us a place to start fresh from, we can introduce our new Black Panther over here. You can introduce new actors as characters over here. You can have them pop over for Secret Wars and come back home if you wanted to. You do whatever. Right. You start fresh right here. I don't think we're going to do that. I think they're just using this 60s era vibe as a way to explain, where were you during the snap, or why hasn't anyone heard of you, and this and that, because the Fantastic Four never existed on the main world.
Right.
This astronaut family did, that disappeared and no one ever heard of, but I think that's what we're going to get. It was like actors' job to be excited. Yeah, but it's the actor's job to be excited to be about the project they're working on. If they aren't doing their job 1,000%. They're paid to show up to these promotional events to promote the film. And I put up some still shots of them, even them taking the photos at the event, like pose for the photograph, like.
Yeah.
And then Vanessa Kirby looking amazing.
Right.
I may or may not have fallen asleep during this football thing. That means you're breathing. That means you are you.
The Chiefs would now have to pull off the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history if they were to win, because now they're down.
So then I started blasting.
Now it's down to 27-0.
Well, go Birds! I guess it's weird to see Ben wearing as much clothing as everyone else instead of his blue Speedo, like in the comics. Yeah, and did you notice that? Did you catch they're all wearing different suits, every one of them? Johnny's turtleneck white goes down the arm all the way to his gloves. Ben stops. Sue looks 100% comic accurate.
Right.
Sue looks amazing, and then Reed couldn't even be bothered.
Right.
They didn't have the balls to show him stretch in the trailer.
Right.
And I say it that way on purpose, because we had these talks ad nauseum when Miss Marvel came out on Disney Plus. When Miss Marvel was such a popular character that was going to be their next show, because everyone loves Miss Marvel, but they had to completely change the character. She doesn't stretch. She's going to just be a Green Lantern ripoff. She's going to have, instead of a ring, a bracelet, and she could create constructs. She can will constructs into existence. But they're not going to be green. They're going to be Miss Marvel colors. That's how cool she is. Everyone's pushback on me talking about that at all was, yeah, but they can't do stretchy powers. CGI is not good enough to make stretchy powers. Like, bro, there's been 3 other live-action Fantastic Four movies.
Right.
Plus the Roger Corman one.
Right.
There's been stretchy powers on stuff forever.
Yeah.
Like,
if Roger Corman can do stretchy stuff, anybody can do stretchy stuff now.
I remember the sound effect when he punched Doom. What? If the Fantastic Four were on the wrong Earth, wouldn't the TVA be after them? Yeah, but that's assuming that they know how to do continuity anymore.
Right.
Unpopular opinion, but I rolled when they cast Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. I was like, really? A lot of people did.
Yeah. Although, did you see Chris Evans has said, no, I'm not coming back. I am retired. Which, didn't he say that about Deadpool and Wolverine, too?
You know what Tom Holland says all the time? Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire. It's called NDAs. Right. It's at the point.
Tom Holland has now said that once I have a kid, I'm retiring.
Yeah. But you got the whole he's not he's been in a lot of interviews talking about how he avoids the traps and tropes of working in Hollywood. He's not a fan of Hollywood at all. He loves his craft, but not a fan of
Tom Holland?
Spider-Man.
Tom Holland, right?
Yeah.
He's big into he's promoting his non-alcoholic beer a lot.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. Well, maybe they'll have a Crisis on Infinite Earth, Marvel style, putting X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Avengers on the Earth. Yeah, that's just the Secret Wars are supposed to be working up to. Yeah, the whole Doctor Doom casting reeked of desperation.
Yeah. And surprisingly, that picture was not in the trailer that everyone saw.
Which one?
Pedro Pascal and Robert Downey Jr.
That's because it wasn't real. That was
That's
AI.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, the Robert Downey Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wondered how hard it would be to shave your hair if it stretches. Wouldn't it just snap back like rubber? I guess you could just pull it out and get away from your nose really easily. And not always.
Well,
There's been times when Reed does have a beard and the thing had clothes in the comics, just not the iconic look they always have. Yeah, he's got the full beard from time to time, a
yeah.
little white on it. He just doesn't have like a Pedro Pascal mustache.
Right. Exactly.
That's the first time for that.
He
Did-
basically he basically looks like some Spanish actor is trying to play Reed Richards.
Are you sure this isn't testing stuff they're showing us?
Yeah.
You got Pedro Pascal playing Freddie Mercury as Reed Richards.
Right.
You'll see all the stretchy balls you can stand when you get older. Oh, there you go. I've had a really hard time seeing Pedro Pascal being smart. Yeah, he doesn't typically play those roles of the genius kind of thing. Ben wore a full suit for a good period, tore off the uniform, and went to the trunk, to start with the John Byrne. Yeah, I was saying one of my favorite Ben Grimm toys I had growing up, still have it, is when he's not in a long sleeve suit. He's got pants and like a muscle shirt on. But I enjoyed that.
Mhm.
Stretch of Powers were fine on that mutant TV show in the 90s. Yeah, they were fine in the what was it, next Generation X pilot movie that they did too. I was really mad when they changed Miss Marvel's powers in the TV series. That TV series was an awful adaptation, and this coming from someone who loves Miss Marvel in the comics. Yeah, yeah. There you go, Skin from Generation X. Yep. Literal Timu Richards.
Getting everything from Timo today.
Yeah, Disney's been saving a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Corman sure knows all about stretching things. Watch any of his movies involving such things if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. I'm trying to think of other Corman movies with stretchy things. Or if you're just referring to stretching a budget out, breaking into lots and stealing their stuff and filming on location and dipping out. A real renegade that guy was. All right, and obviously the big deal with the trailer for everybody was Galactus.
Bum, bum, bum.
You got the big silhouette coming over the city, and then you got a shot from behind Galactus's head looking out over New York. And if you look, it doesn't look like the normal New York out there, unless that's mainland and the city's behind it. But all I can see is that dome. You see that dome on the left-hand side?
Yep.
Is that something that you're aware of, or could that potentially be something for in the movie?
That's a Daily Planet.
Okay. I was thinking, I wonder if that's like some Sue Richards force field back there or something.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. But what was interesting was another one of those Guy Gardner haircut moments. Galactus pops up in the teaser trailer, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's Galactus! Our first look at Galactus." Had no clue, and I'm like, "Yo, we've had this image for months. This clip for months of him looking inside the Baxter building. Herbie sitting there vacuuming the floor and looks up at Galactus.
Galactus is a freaking peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom, trying to catch that robot with her pants down.
Oh wow! Did they just score it?
They
Philadelphia scored again.
again. From like the
34 to
50
nothing now. Wow,
like a
this is
half
getting
field
embarrassing.
pass. Go Birds!
I don't think there's any way Philadelphia's coming back from that.
I don't think.
I mean, that's right, Kansas City.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way that they were going to win. But look at us; they're about. What is it called?
One
a skunk?
play.
Is this going to be a skunk? Is that what they call it when the other team doesn't score?
Yeah, they don't use that term anymore. That went out in the 80s.
Not for me. Galactus is going to date the Statue of Liberty? Yeah, that's what it's looking like. It's alternate New York in a different view. You can see a rocket launch pad. Okay, that's cool. What's going on, Tony? How's it going, homie? Good to see you in here. Yeah, the launch pad is the FFs. No, it's Mr. Nebula, intergalactic designer of planets. But yeah, I'm excited to see Galactus. Cross your fingers. I hope that he doesn't get Disney villain. I hope he doesn't get one-offed. Everyone's talking about how he can change size. People are like, he looks too small. And all I can think about this image, nothing small casts a shadow like that. And again, that's New York City. And look at that little, it almost looks like what is it called? The Sky Needle in Seattle. Again, on the left-hand side, it's a bigger building, but the top of it looks like a lookout.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have to have the, where's the Avengers Tower?
Yeah, it's definitely got like this futuristic look to some of the buildings you can make out. But everyone's talking about how reminding people how they can change size and everything, and that gets me a little nervous. I hope that they don't bring Galactus in and let him change down to like normal man size and investigate the planet and do stuff like that. And I hope they don't just nerf him and take him out like a one movie bad guy where they could always bring him back, but we just watched him go out. Galactic perv. Lizzo? Oh god. Up on the right in that shadow mage is the launch pad. The shadow mage.
Image, I think, was what he was trying to say.
Yeah, but it sounds a lot cooler the way he said
it. Does sound cooler.
Off on the right in that shadow mage is the launch pad. Is it out on the water, T-dubs? Like where the bridges go out to the water? On the right-hand side in that little patch of water? There's a lot of cool stuff to try to look for.
Yes, sir, in the water.
Despite, yeah, nice. Despite how I feel about the movie, I'm still having fun being excited about the movie, like getting to look at the little things and all that. I hope it doesn't let us down. I hope that it plays out well. I just man, I don't know. Paul sent me this just a little bit ago, blew my mind. Look at that. You want to talk about this, Paul?
Yeah. Apparently, so far, Captain America Brave New World has sold more first day tickets in China than either the Batman or Deadpool and Wolverine. Almost $350,000 in first day ticket sales. So.
If they do that 100 more times, they'll break even.
That's right. Right, exactly. But it's interesting because a couple things is you pointed out that they didn't actually in the first two movies they actually didn't use the name Captain America, and maybe they don't in this one either. But I'm thinking they might because if they, I guess even if you don't know it's a Captain America movie, even if you if you just saw the first Avenger or you're gonna know that it's Captain America.
Yo, I told as soon as Paul sent me, I go, what? That's crazy. Oh wait, never mind. Hulk's red. Makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's basically China against America in that picture right there.
Yeah. Let's go, Anthony Mackie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, Anthony Mackie. Yeah, I would love for them to keep Galactus around. We had the Eternals, and they crapped the bed with. There should have been an after credit intro something with Galactus tying him to the Celestials. That's what he's ultimately eating out of these worlds that he's consuming. He's getting the Celestials that are inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl trailer was new and pretty good. Which one? For Captain America? I'm assuming for Captain America. But yeah, that's good news for Captain America. I've been talking about. I'm excited for this one. I don't expect it to be good, but I expect to have a blast watching Anthony Mackie fly around, watching Red Hulk do its thing. I'm keeping my expectations at a bare minimum, and I hope to have fun watching it. But for the sake of Anthony Mackie, I think Disney did him so dirty with his time and tenure as Captain America that he deserves a win. But we'll see. Despite his stupid little public appearance that he had, where he was.
Are you going Thursday night?
I'm gonna have to somehow.
Okay, I'm going.
I don't know. It depends on work schedules because for me and the wife, it's a holiday. So we don't ever celebrate Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day. So I'm gonna have to map out the next week and stuff and see what's what. I want to hope to see it on Thursday night. So hopefully this time next week we'll be having a spoiler special on that film.
I'm seeing it Saturday morning. So
yeah, I'm working Saturday morning. Ugh. It's my weekend of work.
Kansas City just scored.
Good for them. So it's not a skunk.
Nope.
They don't stink after all.
Mm-hmm.
Good catch. Yeah. Is anybody else actively excited to see Captain America 4? Pops, you have to be because you're coming despite what you want to do. That's the deal. I buy the ticket. He buys the popcorn. Balances out. More excited for Thunderbolts.
We saw that trailer during the Super Bowl.
That'd be a great way to recast Pedro. A city scored, yeah, the whole city. Just ask them.
Mhm.
Seeing as how I already seen it on Wednesday, it was pretty good. Have a few hang-ups for it, but Brave New World was pretty good. 8 out of 10. That's a high score. 8 out of 10 is a ridiculously high score for anything. So that's high praise. That's high praise. But then again, I don't think I've ever seen you score anything in the middle, Joseph. It's either Madam Web or it's good. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Pop said, "Nope, I'm busy that day." No, you're not. Get over yourself. You can sit at the house with the kids and put them to bed while I go watch it. I think Thunderbolts looks better than Captain America. Yo, and I agree. After that Super Bowl trailer we got, that first one they cut. See, and I try to again, expectations are everything. The first trailer we got, you get more of the dialogue and more like kind of little scenes where you kind of get a vibe of it. I think it's going to be over campy goofiness. But that new trailer that just dropped, where we get to see like a lot of the Sentry encounter with him,
Mhm.
that looked exciting. Online they posted a new poster that looks like a Wheaties box, and in the corner down there on the bottom next to Paul it says "Now with more Bucky" and stuff.
Right.
That's a
Well, that
that's a
was
cool little promo.
yeah, and it goes to one of the lines in the movie that the red guy, I think, or the yeah, that he says. He talks about being on a Wheaties box, and we can have little toys.
Yeah, there he is. But we even get Sentry over there next
Yeah.
to U.S. Agent, and
Mhm.
we didn't get any clear cut shots of him. We don't get to see the color of his costume. We have seen the emblem that will be on his costume that's typically on his belt, but
Mhm.
he's got a cape. He's flying. We see him manipulating the void. We see people running down the street and just falling
Mhm.
into nothingness and just leaving like a shadow on the ground where they once were, kind of thing. Some really cool footage.
Like Stitch.
Yeah, the team dynamic looked pretty cool. I gotta say, I like the kind of like the color palette of it. It looked pretty serious in this one.
Mhm.
Hopefully, hopefully this one's a hit, man. I really hope it's a hit. Again, 9 Disney projects coming out this year, and we'll see how it goes. Not initially, but that's what they're turning this movie into.
Mhm.
What do you think of the trailer?
I liked it. You got a lot of interaction between the different characters. I'm still Taskmaster just doesn't do it for me. Hasn't done it for me since uh, the what Black Widow movie. Um, it is, but I love the interaction that you had between David Harbour and the rest of the people, and there's a couple of good moments with Bucky in there with his arm. So looking forward to that. So it definitely has me intrigued. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
They were the Avengers of Marvel, Masters of Evil. Yeah, it was pretty cool when Bucky tried to throw that punch and you see a hand catch it. I forget the
Mm-hmm.
line of dialogue, but he said something like "You think you're the hero" or something. And just
Right.
his arm's
Pulls his
going
arm. Yeah.
right off. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, it looked pretty dope. Not gonna lie, excited for that one a little bit more than I was. So it's going to be a solid year for movies. Superhero movies galore from the company that said we're pulling back and not going to flood the market. They are absolutely flooding the market. I'm
I
surprised.
keep telling you though, they said that it's going to be 2026 is when you're going to see all these changes. Is what they said.
Hey, hey, hey. That's relevant, but not. Because last year they pulled back. Last year they pulled back and moved stuff. And see, it's because what they say and what they do aren't always the same thing. And this company gaslights so much, like it's hard to keep up sometimes. Last year they said that they're going to spread out their slate and focus on quality over quantity, and they tried to like make it look like that's why they were moving Ironheart and this and that, but they just stacked it all on here. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see, because we don't
Yeah.
have anything
But
announced.
they basically decided, I think, what Marvel did is they said, you know what, we're going to do this in 2026 because we got all this crap that's been sitting on the shelf for so long that we have to release it, between 2024 and 2025.
Yeah, they could have dumped Ironheart whenever they wanted. That was supposed to come out before Wakanda. Before Wakanda Forgettable, Ironheart was supposed to come out. She wasn't supposed to first appear in Wakanda. You notice the Ironheart show is her first building the suits.
Mm-hmm.
We're way past that. She's in a bad CGI like Power Ranger suit now.
Mm-hmm.
That Taskmaster isn't Taskmaster to
saying.
anybody. Nobody. Yeah. Access wrong. I'm hoping they've spent the time fixing some of their crap, and that's why it's all coming out now. I think they're just dumping it. I would from a lot of what the company said in the past like year and a half. If you go watch like these, because Bob Iger does a lot of like interviews and stuff, not like on the news, but with these weird, just random outlets and stuff. And they've talked about doing a complete shift in their company. And it's the stuff that you're hearing a lot of people saying now, but they were saying it last year. We're going to shift back to focusing on entertainment first and take that however you want. That's coming from Bob Iger. That's his words. And so I think they're trying to dump everything that was being worked on by the people that were working on stuff for the past 4 years, and you're going to probably expect a shift in output and messaging and stuff like that. Like, without trying to trigger the audience here, because there's some snowflakes out there.
But the fastest growing divisions of their company are the parks and their cruise lines.
Yeah, and their parks just made that same announcement this past week that they're shifting back on a lot of the messaging that they've been focused on for years and switching back to entertainment first. So take it how you want to take it, but just to put it as bluntly as possible, Disney's pulling back on what people call woke content and entertainment. So they're trying to be more neutral across the board. They've lost too many people with wallets. You know, you have to play to a wide audience. Playing to a wide audience doesn't mean you're abandoning anybody. It means you're including everybody, kind of thing. And they caught some L's over the past few years. They've made money, but the money that they made pales in comparison to the money that they expected to make based on how much they invested in it. Disney should make a Toy Story movie about all the Marvel stuff at Ollie's.
You should see this guy in Ollie's.
That's hilarious.
Going through all the Marvel stuff.
That is hilarious, dude. Every single Eternals toy, Wakanda Forgettable toy, it goes to Ollie's to die. It's all there. And dude, I couldn't help but think about it. Do you remember a couple years ago when people were like flaming McFarlane for saying like, I don't make as many girls because girl toys don't sell? Like, and he talked about the girl aisle and the boy aisles and toy stuff. And then people were absolutely like high horse and delusional enough to say, there's not a boy aisle. There's not a girl aisle. And there's clearly no sign that says boys only or girls keep out, but there's aisles aimed for boys and aisles aimed for girls. My kids will, like, you go to one of them first, the other one will say, I want to go to that's what they call it. Like, and no one's taught them that. They've done that by nature. But if you go to Ollie's, any Ollie's that has toys, what you will find are all the female Star Wars black figures, all the female Marvel Legends, the retro action figures that they make. You'll find every Sue Storm they've made there. Like, it's literally all the female characters plus Eternals, Shang-Chi, and Wakanda Forgettable. It is absolutely crazy. If you think Todd McFarlane was wrong for half a second, the ultimate toy empire guy, just go look at Ollie's. Like, you'll see firsthand what he's talking about. You have to ratio the market right. And he's got it figured out. He's only the king of toys.
And you see 0 McFarlane figures.
Not one. You will never find a McFarlane figure at an Ollie's, much to my chagrin. Because I look, if I found a single one there for $6, I don't care what it is. I'm getting it. But you'll never find them there at all. Yeah, no key heroes at all. Just like there's aisles for toddlers. Exactly. They section them on purpose. Yeah. I'm hoping to hit Ollie's for some Marvel Legends when I get my mad money. There you go. Yep, it's all the ones that don't sell. And what's crazy is there's some really cool ones there, too. There's like some legitimate cool ones there. Build-A-Fig can make you mad at Ollie's. Yeah. Yo, there's been so many times because the X-Men Age of Apocalypse Build-A-Figure set is there. And they've had Cyclops, which I love, that one-eyed Cyclops. They had Magneto. They had Colossus. But, of course, out of the entire set, the Build-A-Figure wave, they didn't have Wolverine. I'm like, well, I'm not going to buy any of them if I can't buy all of them. But yeah, you'll never find a complete set there. But man, I love Ollie's. Then Kev here just got an unbelievable score. Be sure to check out his channel. I don't know if he's going to post about it. He was on a live stream hanging out and shared. Unbelievable. But sure to check out his channel. I was tempted to get a Build-A-Figure for Age of Apocalypse Colossus, but not enough of them. Yeah, that's a really cool set. But my thing is, there's just something about the Marvel Legends. I'm such a McFarlane guy. It's just, unless they're on super sale, the juice isn't worth the squeeze for me. They just don't have the aesthetic that I'm used to Something about like the way the legs attach to the body. It's still just a wide open little joint. It just for the money you spend for Marvel Legends and McFarlane's, they should look like collectibles over toys. This is an adult toy. That's what it's meant for. It just doesn't quite have that same pizzazz. There you go. Make a video of it this week. Went back to check today, but nothing new was added. He found the gold mine score over there. But Paul, that's the end of the wildness from this week that I've seen so far. I wish I had an Ollie's to go to. So many times they got ones I'm after to complete my sets. Girls do want to buy the figures, they barely ever make them for the female heroes. My niece really wanted a Gamora figure. That was a while ago. No Wonder Woman animated show yet either. There's not a Wonder Woman animated show. There's not. All right. So my wife when she just walked in here, she came to bring a Supergirl toy that the kids are playing with, and the head's weird on it now that I was trying to fix. So the DC Super something where it's got like Wonder Woman, Supergirl, Poison Ivy, Batgirl. It's made just for girls. Just for girls. There's toy lines of that, all kinds of stuff. But just Wonder Woman, there's the Wonder Woman 84, there's the gold suit, there's the Shazam Wonder Woman, the Snyderverse Wonder Woman, the most recent Prestige one, the McFarlane design Wonder Woman he did. That's 6 off the top of my head without even trying that McFarlane's made of Wonder Woman alone. And so he does do female figures. I'm waiting on a Zatanna figure, still been waiting for a long time. Power Girl's about to come out. You got Poison Ivy up there.
You're not going to like it. Recently. Everything's backwards on her. You're not going to like it.
Yeah. Dude, if the right I'm sending it back. I'm not playing with them. Yeah, but he's got the ratio down pat. And Gamora, there's been plenty of Gamora figures from Marvel Legends. They've done them when they've done the movie lines and stuff.
Speaking of Build-A-Figure, can I show you something that I got at MegaCon?
Yeah, we're about to switch over to MegaCon. Let me catch up with the chat real quick and we'll put you big. Yeah, there's definitely, superheroes. Disney bought Marvel because they have their Disney princesses. They have the little girls on lock. They bought Marvel with the express intent. Oh, you piece of crap! You got the Task Force set. I saw the yellow side of that box. I've been watching those like a hawk. I already know what that was. I just saw the small yellow side of the McFarlane box. That's the JL Task Force. Oh, I got those on my eBay watch list all day long, waiting on them to drop. But they bought Marvel wanting to get the boy market. That's why they were willing to spend it on it. If they could buy Marvel, they got everybody. You got little girls, then they get the little boys. Then they, you'll always have some little boys that are big into the Disney princess stuff and cartoons, just like you'll have some girls into the Marvel stuff. But there you go, live video from Ollie's.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Marvel Legends. I love the McFarlane toys for DC more. Yep. It's halfway between me and Mom's, so I stopped on my way home. Nice. I would swear I saw a Gamora at Ollie's. There are Gamoras. They've even gone back and done like the slightly higher end ones that are like they just come in a better box with more hand accessories and stuff. But there's definitely not as many Gamoras as you'd find boy toys. There's definitely a lot less girl toys. What if World Gamoras at? Oh, there you go. I forgot about the What If line too. Some of my top toy hunting friends have found Gamora at Ollie's. Yeah, if you're looking for girl toys, loaders, go to Ollie's. All of the girl toys from all of the Marvel, Star Wars franchises, they're all there. There you go. All right. So, Paul, where you been? What have you been up to this weekend, and what are we about to get into here before you start showing it off? Set it up.
So, every year, MegaCon comes to Orlando. It's never the same time every year, though. First time I went, it was in May. Then it was in March. Now this year it's Super Bowl weekend. Next year it's going back to March. I saw. So, but it's basically probably one of the 3 or 4 biggest conventions in the whole country.
Easily.
Yeah.
Now, do you go all 4 days?
I usually buy the 4-day ticket, but I don't usually end up going all 4 days, just because it's cheaper to buy the 4-day ticket than it is to try to buy a lot of times the individual tickets.
Do you feel like you got the whole thing knocked out in the time you spent there?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first time I went, in the first couple of years, I didn't go last year because it seemed like every year they were doing less and less actual comics. There was more. There were Funko Pops as far as the eye could see. But but and chocolate. You can get such
Is
a
it the
chocolate.
fudge? The
Yeah,
fudge? Yeah, dude. At Heroes, I always pick up some fudge. I always get the
yeah.
Superman and the unicorn poo,
Mm.
and I keep
I
it at
was
the booth.
I was looking at the creme brulee, but I didn't end up getting any.
Yeah, dude,
Um,
it's worth it. It's
right.
worth it.
But this year there seemed like there were a lot more comics there, and they actually they started putting them all together, kind of in the same area. All the comics. There's usually they do a huge cosplay thing where they do a cosplay red carpet. They used to do it down the middle of the convention. Now they do it actually in a separate place. If you ever been to Orlando, the Arts County Convention Center, it's huge. Hey, man, it's absolutely gigantic. The Orange County Convention Center. Lots of actors as well, actors and actresses. They had 6 Supermen were there. They had Tim Daly and George Newbern, who did the voices for Superman. Then they had Brandon Routh. They had Tom Welling. They had Dean Cain. And they had Tyler Hoechlin. That's Tyler Hoechlin right there. He's the one on the left.
The greatest Superman since Christopher Reeve.
Yes. Super
Easily.
nice guy. Incredibly super nice guy. Got him to sign a comic for me, and then got a selfie with him, so that was kind of cool. And
What
it's funny
was he
too.
like? What was he like, though?
I mean, I walked up. They keep him moving. Obviously, they keep people moving. But they put my comic in front of him, and he basically, he looked at you, and I'm like, he treats you as though you've just. I mean, you obviously have just met him, but he treats him as though you're not really going to know. As though you're having a regular interaction. I'm like, hey, I'm Paul. He's like, I'm Tyler. It's like I don't know what his name is.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. And then we talked about. I told him that basically I didn't think that anyone would ever be able to equal, Christopher Reeve, but he definitely did that, and he was so thankful for that.
Did you tell him that you turned my good buddy into an emotional wreck for a month?
No, but I did tell him. Then I said, and no, by the way, if somebody had watched the last 15 minutes of your last episode and they didn't cry, then they're a little bit dead inside.
Dead inside, yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah, I still think about that.
yeah, and it's funny too because like with the selfies, you can tell he's done them. He's done a million of them because he actually takes your phone and he does the selfie.
Oh, that's
and,
awesome.
and he makes sure that because people go up and they take selfies and they forget to turn the lens around to the right side, and so you end up with like 2 pictures on the other from the other side of the camera. So yeah, he was just really cool, and then that was it. And then I got to see Todd McFarlane, and he actually signed a comic for me, All Star number 47, All Star Squadron number 47. Which is actually his first work with DC. He even said when he saw it, he was genuinely surprised that I had it. And he said, my first cover work for DC, he goes, you never forget. And I'm like, yeah, you never forget. He was just packed. And what they do at MegaCon anyway, or I'm guessing Fan Expo, he probably does this for all Fan Expo, is everybody else, like you can buy some stuff ahead of time, like you can buy an autograph or whatever, or a picture ahead of time, or you can just stand in line and then wait to go up, and you can pay them then. But Todd McFarlane, basically what he did is he ran a lottery. Fan Expo runs a lottery for it, and you put your name in for a lottery, and then you get a certain time that you can go to the desk. And I'm thinking that what Fan Expo probably does is just pays Todd McFarlane a ridiculous amount of money, so he doesn't have to wait. He doesn't have to take money and worry about all those things with people coming up to the desk and everything, and it makes it easier for him.
The interesting thing about that the book you brought him, it's the first work he ever did for DC, but it's not the first work that published.
Right.
Yeah, I always thought that was interesting because people look for issue whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
Todd said in numerous little published interviews that I'd even read that the first thing he drew for DC when he got there was that cover.
Yep.
The picture of Dr. Fate, but it isn't the first one. That isn't the first work of his that hit the shelves for buyers.
Right.
So there's kind of like 2 first Todd at DC things that you can go after. But that Dr. Fate cover is just amazing, and it's a minor key as it retells the origin of Dr. Fate.
Correct. So, and then I didn't really buy a lot. I bought a couple comics, but you may end up seeing some of those on Guest
Yeah,
Wiki.
he
Who
can
knows?
never share those, little savage.
Yeah.
When he said he bought a couple comics, I'm sure they're from at least 1950s or before.
No. Well, maybe. Yeah.
Fill some Superboy or Adventure in when
Yeah.
you find it.
But
Here we
one of
go.
the things I was really happy about was I saw one of the things was This is the Superman. You said it. The
Justice League Task Force
Justice
from
League
the
Task Force.
Super Nintendo.
Correct. With the Build the Dark Side. So that's the first one.
Yeah, you got the whole set, didn't you?
That's the second one.
I haven't seen the single one of these in the wild yet, dude.
This was my favorite.
It's got to be Aquaman.
favorite.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's why I need the whole set. Look at the hair.
Yeah. And then we had the last
And
one.
then Batman. Batman looks great too. I think that, and the Dark Side is legit the same Dark Side mold that sold out with the cape, but it's with the paint looks better on this.
Yeah. And then as I was leaving the little figure one, I saw this out of the corner of my eye. This is
Lightning Lad.
the platinum one, which is the original Lightning Lad, not the one that Brian Michael Bendis did. This is the original Lightning Lad, like the Mike Grell.
Yeah, and it comes with multiple heads, so you can get the modern one on there too, right?
Yep.
Can I see the back of that box?
It has that's the one.
Yeah.
The original one. This is the platinum one. So.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Super nice, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Golly, you made out like a bandit with the figures.
Yeah.
And what is that line called? The Signature Series or something?
Which,
like how they did the Green Lantern, Alan Scott.
Oh, this is the McFarlane Collector Edition.
Collector Edition, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the more prestige one.
Right.
Normally about $5 more on the retail. For sale on Amazon, GameStop, and Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah, that set is for sale online. It sold out on the McFarlane website, and I don't really shop online for McFarlane figures outside of the McFarlane website. I tend to try to. Now me and Paul both had to get outside the box for our Guy Gardner figures, but we did it.
Yeah.
Those bad boys were selling out everywhere. Mine's looking to come in. I should be getting an email in the next couple of days. I think it was projected in the first half of February. It changed I think tomorrow, actually. I should be getting an email that says I might be able to pick it up in the store tomorrow.
Yeah, mine actually said that it was supposed to be, I want to say it said it was originally $217 for Best Buy, but it moved to $220. I got an email that said the date changed.
Let's see what mine's sitting at right now. Waiting to be filled. Yeah, mine's 17 also. Yeah, Monday, February 17th. So I was a week different. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Paul messaged me at work. Well, with a lot of these drops, I'm just kind of like at the will of the customers kind of thing. But he messaged me and I saw his message. I went and looked online. No, you messaged and said, yo, they're already sold out. I'm like, dang. Same thing happened with my Simon Baz. I waited on, and I still have to get a Simon Baz. So I'm only one behind now. But what I did was I went into the comments of all the, because typically people will be talking in the comments when a drop happens. Pick mine up. Yo, those sold out. Or people be saying, I saw a comment with a lot of replies, and I hit the replies and read down them, and someone said, yo, they're at Best Buy right now. Go get them. So I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
But I've never ordered from Best Buy, so I don't know if it's one of those places that are prone to having orders cancel if they have too many people. We'll see.
Right. I was a day late to get the question. I asked them if they had the question. They said they had one yesterday.
I still haven't seen one of those in the wild yet either. No Batman Forever Batmobile. I grabbed one at the Target stores. So I saw that at Target this weekend. The new retro ones are like $30. They're like they're a little bit smaller than the size. They're actually significantly smaller than the size of the ones that came out when the movie came out. I still have the Batman Forever Batmobile that came out when the movie came out. It was a triple changer where you have the base of it and you slide it into the front wheels and slide the bottom wheels onto the bottom. And then you can take those off and slide it into like a little shell that makes the bat boat, or take it out of that and just slap the wings on the side of it so that it's the bat wing. Oh, nice. Joe scored a question. Yeah. But that I don't know what it is about that Task Force set. It's the Build-A-Figure aspect, the video game aspect to it. I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff going on with it. But when they showed that Aquaman figure, I'm like, I'm done. I gotta have that set. But I think there's a complete set for like $85 in my what was it, watch list. It's $106, but they've sent me a little offer one time for like 10% off. We'll see. That's a dope set. How much did you end up paying for it? They give you a set discount on it?
No, each one was like $28.
Yeah, it's
So what's that?
regular price.
80? Yeah, it's like $104,
Mm-hmm.
$118, something like that.
And I think that's the hard part because on the McFarlane website, if you're able to pre-order them, they do that set discount where
Right.
you pay like 85, and then if you use the discount codes that are kind of always out there, you can kind of get it for the listed price.
Mhm.
Shipping hits, taxes hit, then it kind of knocks a good bit of that off.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they're all different colors. Like one's red, one's blue, one's orange, but they're all like transparent, see-through plastic. They
Mhm.
look cool, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't know what you do with those if you buy them.
Right.
But like in the video game, like back in the day, you have your character, and if they get hit, they change colors to let you know that they've been hit. It's
Yeah.
like that split-second moment kind of thing where you've been hit. It's cool. Never had this Batmobile except a phone shaped like it. Now I've got the McFarlane Batman Forever Batmobile that lights up, makes sounds. It's massive, massive. I still have the Batman and Robin Batmobile. Still, I have to open, and I have the Batman '89 Batmobile that I got from Joe because he ordered two of them. Thank God.
Mhm.
And I still have that in the cardboard box. I haven't taken either of those out yet. I got to work on something with the shelving first. I need to get this nice shelving that I can put them all on. I don't know. Well, yeah. Also got a couple pictures of Paul here meeting some other famous people. We got the one and only
There's
Durs, our homie or brother from another mother, collecting with Durs. If you don't know, he works for Rups Comics doing their Whatnot and eBay live streams now full time. So he's getting to go to these conventions and he's working. He's doing their live selling streams while he's there and stuff. But I can't wait to see him again at Heroes. Y'all have a good time? Did y'all get to hang out in here just a passing by?
No, actually the guy who owns Rups Comics took that
Chris.
picture for us. Yeah, he took
Oh,
that
cool.
picture for us. It was
Very
right outside
cool.
of the booth. So
And then probably the biggest celebrity that I saw that you ran into is none other than Mr. Nick's Kicks and Comics, who was working at Scott's Collectibles for Gabriel Delato. For the first time he's been on American soil in like 13 years. He came to Heroes Con.
Yep. And I got one other thing. This is a piece of original art.
Oh,
This is from Nightwing number 50, the original series. This is Greg Land art.
wow. About who's featured on it?
Well, this is that's Dick Grayson there.
Okay.
So nobody in character. But
So was
Dick
that about
Grayson.
60, 70 bucks?
Yeah, I think it was $80. I think.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah.
That's a good get. Did you send a picture of it to Becker yet?
I didn't. I should.
Durs lives full time on Cloud 9 now. I'm super excited for
Yeah,
him.
exactly.
Alan Scott shirt is peak. Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Paul don't play. Where's that? There it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got anything else you want to hit on tonight? It's about 5 minutes till 10.
I can't think of anything.
Kids are still up. It's been a fun stream. There's a lot to look forward to this year. Not all of it might not be our favorite, but looks like we're getting some decent stuff. We'll see how some of it pans out. We'll see if Guy Gardner gets a better haircut. Hopefully they'll just kill him off in the Lantern Show. We'll see. But I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. I already started building the Legion loop for this month. I shared some of those photos here on the YouTube post tab, as well as on Instagram. I guess I can show them off real quick. They're right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show some of them.
While he's getting them, don't forget tomorrow morning on my channel, 10 a.m., we have the DC Comics Deep Dive looking at Absolute Superman number 4. And then Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, new time. Don't forget, Wednesday night at 9 o'clock Eastern, it is Guess That Key. Besides Mark, we will have Brian LCS. He'll also be talking about The Doctor, Volume 2. And we have Chuck Hensey, who is from... Yes, he is from the 1011 on Gary B's channel.
The information line.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got to celebrate Captain America Brave New World coming out, trying to hype it up, and hopefully a lot of people are excited about it. There's going to be a Captain America theme to this month's Legion loop. We have Captain America issue 0 featuring Sam Wilson, Captain America, beautiful Alex Ross artwork, and keeping the Captain America love issue 323, the first appearance of John Walker, who's U.S. agent, who's in the Thunderbolts. This just iconic, beautiful Captain America No More cover. Is that Zek?
Mike Zeck.
Yeah, is that a
Kind of looks like
yeah,
it.
I think it is. Yeah, it definitely is. 332. And then got the whole complete compendium for Sam Wilson Captain America. So I picked this up on vacation last year and preparing for this month's giveaway. Like bought this that long ago when
That's
I
an Alex
found
Ross
it.
cover, isn't it?
It is. Sure is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got the cover gallery in there. It's got all kinds of bonus features. A lot of people are aware of the Sam Wilson era, but not a lot of people have read the Sam Wilson era's Cap. It wasn't like something people were like, this is awesome. Let's all jump on board with it. So a lot of people hopefully can get the chance and go back and familiarize themselves with it. But no good Captain America is worth a dang without some Silver Age Captain America. We have issue 105. So this series started with issue 100 when he got his own series. Because before that, it was, what was it, Tales of Suspense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of those.
Strange Tales. He was in one of the split series, and that ended at issue 99, and they changed the title to Captain America and gave him the book by himself. But there's issue 105, so super early issue.
Which just makes no sense, because they could have just continued the numbering of his original series.
Yeah, or they could have done what they do every 2 months now and just
Started with the number one. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but there's issue 106, some beautiful Kirby goodness. And then from 2014, where it all started with Captain America, issue number 25, Sam Wilson becomes the new Captain America in the CGC 9.4 and considered to be like a lower grade. Now, I bought this, like 3 years ago, Paul?
Yeah.
I bought this 3 years ago, waiting for this movie to come out.
When they first started filming the movie.
Yeah, when Cap handed Anthony Mackie the shield almost, I'm like, let me get that book when I can, so I have it for a giveaway for his movie. Took him that long to get this movie. This book has been sitting on this shelf since before I moved houses. I took it off the shelf to pack it up to move houses and put it back on the shelf, so it's just always been in arm's reach. But that's how long it's been. So there's going to be more stuff in there, some other good stuff along the way, but that's the stuff that I have as of today to show off, and I'll share the rest as the days come by. But that's going to do it. If you're a channel member, I got some videos already ready for you. One talking about the summer movie blockbuster or flopbuster dilemma, and then a Venom-themed video. Those are set to release on Monday and Wednesday, but if you're a channel member, they're available for you right now. If you're not a channel member, consider hitting that join button. I appreciate everybody in the supporter tier, and a big shout out to the people in the Legion tier. Everyone in the Legion tier's name is on the wheel for the Legion Loot Appreciation Prize, all the Captain America stuff. So you can always upgrade your membership or join and get on that wheel before we get to the end of the month. So be sure to do that. Oh my Lord, vintage Cap, yeah. I know there's a handful of guys out there in the community that are big Cap fans. Big Cap fans. Something about those Silver Age comics, the colors come off so beautifully on them. Yeah, dude. These are the ones that, if you go check out the video that posted last week from the massive collection that just came into ABX, these are ones that just came through there. So there's some good stuff in there, some really good stuff in there. But that's going to do it for tonight. I hope everyone has a fantastic Super Bowl Sunday. I hope you won a lot of money. I hope everyone's team won. And until next time.
Which is pretty much impossible.
Yeah, but as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.
Is that it? Is that all you got?